Her words of truth are authentic, inspiring, transformative, and resonance. And Kim has done a TED Talk. She has had some trauma in her life and embraced that trauma to be able to work through it and be able to give her life purpose and meaning. She read the Four Agreements at one point and said, "This is going to change my life." And that life awakening led her to finding her voice through music, keynote speaking, and facilitating healing retreats. She's passionate and uses her voice to help others. So, through this talk, we'll also hear Kim speak and sing. I'm going to have the slides up. So, Kim, just feel free to tell me when to move a slide along at any time. We welcome you and are so glad you're here with us today. Love from the inside out.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm grateful to be with all of you. And as a musician, you're going to hear a lot of music throughout this sharing today. And I want to start with a favorite song of mine by a dear friend, Daniel Nahmad. And I'm sure you all know this song, One Power. I invite you to just breathe into your heart space and really feel this. One power, one power, one power. There's one power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. There's one power, indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. Simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angel's wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the Lord in you and me. One power, one power, one power. Feel it? We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous. And we forget that in our heart we're all the same. We'll remember when we close our eyes to see such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem or Heaven's Door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the Lord in you and me. One power, one power, one power. One power, one power, one power. It's a moment of forgiveness. It's the everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's a birthright of all nations. It's a boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for its love that's most deep. It's one power, one power, one power. It's one power, one power, one power. It's the power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. You feel that? You feel that one power, that one presence that's moving in and through us? One power. What a concept, right? And so I'm basing the foundation of this love from the inside out off of this one power, this one presence today. It's an exciting day, isn't it? Because we all have the opportunity to create more inner peace, to be a part of ending war in the world through this one power, through connecting into it. It has always been my disconnection from that one power that has brought me unrest. And I don't know if you can relate to that or not, but that is my truth, is that the unrest has been when I've forgotten that one power. Whatever you want to call it, Christ consciousness, you want to call it God, you want to call it your soul, you want to call it the earth. And so I want to start with a reading from a book that I love. Many of you may know it. It's called Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. I don't know if anyone's heard of this. It's daily readings. It's changed my life almost as much as the Four Agreements has. And so I'm going to do a reading that goes back to April 5th. It's called The Courage of the Seed. All the buried seeds crack open in the dark the instant they surrender to a process they can't see. What a powerful lesson is the beginning of spring. All around us, everything small and buried surrenders to a process that none of the buried parts can see. And this innate surrender allows everything edible and fragrant to break ground into a life of light that we call spring. In nature, we are quietly given countless models of how to give ourselves over to what appears dark and hopeless, but which ultimately is an awakening that is beyond all imagining. This moving through the dark into blossom is the threshold to God. As a seed buried in the earth cannot imagine itself as an orchid or a hyacinth, neither can a heart packed with hurt imagine itself loved or at peace. The courage of the seed is that once cracking, it cracks all the way. I found this to be so powerful. A heart packed full of hurt cannot imagine opening to love. And yet all that is required is to begin that crack and to allow it to continue. I was one of those people who had a heart packed full of so much hurt. And as Marilyn shared at the beginning when she shared my bio, I've had some things in my life, as I know everyone that I encounter has, no matter what your experience, great or small, you've had some things that might have packed your heart full of hurt, that made it hard to open to the experience of love. And yet I truly believe, as you were reading some of the affirmations in the daily words, it was talking about doing that work from the inside out, the same as Myrtle did. She healed herself from the inside out through affirmations, right? And so I was trafficked as a child. I had a lot of hurt that was packed down, a lot that people would say, Kim, you're justified to have. And yet I couldn't crack myself open to the love I so longed for. And I so longed for it so deeply that I went around hurting other people, and I didn't know why. I got into addiction and I got into things, and I didn't know how to get out of it. And then I ended up at a Unity church. This was about 25 years ago. I walked into a Unity church so hurt and so desperate. And I was suicidal that day. But someone had kept saying, Kim, you should try this place. And I thought, and this is what I call the light, the crack of light that drew me in. I don't know why I would choose to go to church on a day that I really was feeling like I just wanted to end. And yet I went, and I sat in the back. It was a packed place. And I felt like there was no place that I could ever find community where I could be loved for me, where I could be authentically myself with all my hurts, with all the things I had done and experienced. And I sat in the back of this space, and I felt something, and yet I didn't know how to connect with others. And what happened next was the minister found me as I was walking out the door, and he said to me, hey, I want you to know that you are welcome here and you have a purpose. That changed my life. From that day till now, I've been striving to live inside of what that purpose might be, because no one had told me I have a purpose. And so I want to tell you today that you have a purpose. No matter where you are in your journey, maybe you've lived out a purpose and now you're wondering what your purpose is next. But whatever it is, you have a purpose. And yet I was there at that Unity, and I was so deep into it. And I thought, oh my gosh, everybody here is feeling the same things that I am and experiencing the same things that I am. This was the first thing. This is the first crack for me. Oh, we're all on the same path at the same place in the path together, right? Not a truth. And that was devastating at first, but it helped me grow. It helped me grow because I started to learn something and believe something, that I can't walk out the door of a Unity on a Sunday if I can't find peace in those walls with everyone where they are and with myself. How do I ever expect to walk out the door and find peace in the world out there? And so this has been part of my journey, and my teaching is love from the inside out. And it starts within. And because I had been so down and cracked, I didn't know how to do that. I needed the Unity teachings to help me with that. And I needed to learn to love each other where they are. It's not the statement of, well, I'll love everybody except them. Except them. Who are the them? I have a few in my life I'm still working through. Who are the them? And I have to practice it within the walls of my own home, but it starts within the walls of my own being. And so you all know, you've heard of the lotus flowers, right? How does a lotus grow? And normally I would be doing interactive right now and having you yell this out. But a lotus, it grows by being buried in the mud, right? And so I want to share with you a song written by, it wasn't written by me, it was written by my dear friend Bob Sima. You might have heard of him. And he made this track for me. So I want to share this song with you right now. No mud, no lotus. Haven't you noticed patterns of the pain in your past? The things that broke you, they also woke you to the questions you needed to ask. The sleepless nights and the dizzying heights and the dreams, some of which came true. tough breaks, heartaches, perfect mistakes created this version of you. And everything you go through grows you, grows you, and everything you go through grows you, exposes who you are. And you're beautiful. Yeah, breathe that in. If it hurt, it made you softer. If it was hard, it fueled the hunger. If it touched you, your heart took hold. If it was simple, it made you wise. If it was sweet, it made you smile. Weaved an indelible impression on your soul. Your feet, they walk, and your lips, they talk, and your hands dug around for the proof. Every nook, every book, pitch in your mind that you took created this version of you. And everything you go through grows you, grows you, and everything you go through grows you, exposes in the roots of an endless summer, part-time temporary lovers in the swoon of the deep blue sky. And as the time flew, you planted and gathered your truth as it passed before your eyes. And the wound is where the light gets in, revealing the masterpiece just beneath the skin. And in the glow of your own light, your petals open wide, and you bloom right where you are. And everything you go through grows you, grows you, and everything you go through grows you, exposes who you are. Remember, you're beautiful. Yeah. No mud, no lotus. Haven't you noticed the patterns of the pain in your past? The things that broke you, they also woke you to the questions you needed to ask. Yeah. And so the patterns of the pain, everything you go through grows you. I wanted to know how I could live in integrity with all of the things in my life and my journey. And what I didn't realize was that one day I would be in a place that I am in now, where I am sharing all of those parts of me from a place of hope and healing. And they are a place that I also feel grateful for. There is not one piece of my journey that I would change, because it brought me to where I am now. And that is how I'm loving myself from the inside out. One of the things that has helped me tremendously are the unity principles. And I love this unity principle number 2, that is our essence is of God. Therefore, we are inherently good. The spark of divinity is in everyone, including them, including that person that has the political belief that is way different from mine, including my stepfather who trafficked me. Yes, he could not shine that spark of divinity because it was covered and shrouded, just like I had done to my own for a long time. I had done it to myself through addiction and acting out in many different ways. And I'm so grateful that I got to uncover and discover that spark of divinity in myself. And yet, when I fail to see the spark of divinity in others, I start to get angry. I start to get resentful. My heart starts to feel packed down with hurt. And so I have another slide that I want to share. It says, in your journey, there will be in between times of transition. You may feel lost, confused, angry, unseen, or empty. Don't confuse these times of transition as a forever state of being or being broken. You are breaking away from what was, creating space to welcome what will be. Yes, you're breaking away. I was breaking away from what was. I don't know about any of you, but I got stuck in so many patterns in my life that I didn't know how to get away from. Patterns within my family of origin that I had to break away from, patterns within my own life that I had to break away from. And it's happened again and again on this spiritual journey of mine. I keep breaking open and breaking away and rediscovering and growing. And then I have this Rumi quote that I want to share with you. Out beyond the ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. And so, out beyond those ideas, that's within my own mind. I've had to start this practice within myself of loving from the inside out. That has been forgiving myself for things that I've done. And I know there was a time in my life when I felt like my voice wasn't being heard, so I spoke so loudly that I yelled at everyone around me. And I don't know if anyone can relate to that, but I yelled. I was so angry. I wanted my voice to be heard. And I didn't realize that I could do that in a different way, that I could love myself and speak my truth with compassion without forcing anyone else to have to change who they are as well. I used to think everyone had to think and believe like I did in order for me to love them. And yet, what I've discovered through Unity and being there for 25 years and through many transitions, ministers coming and going, congregations splitting. I talk very openly about this stuff. A lot of conflict. And I've walked in there and I've thought, I'm going to stay and be the change I want to see because I need to learn to love from the inside of these walls to out there. And that's been my practice, and it continues to be. And it's healed me, and it's changed me, and it's changing my personal community. And I feel the change from me, from the inside out. And so I had to start some practices, and there's tools that I had to put into my life. And here, I just want to share a few of these tools with you. One of them is daily meditation. Many of you probably already practice this. I observe what's coming up as opposed to trying to control it. I read a book by Pema Chodron many years ago, and it really helped me with meditation. It's called When Things Fall Apart. And so I started doing meditation from a place of observing instead of thinking I had to be silent. I had to be thought-free. And so I started to observe, and it made me very aware, and it continues to make me very aware of where I can grow in my own life. I do journaling with real self-awareness. I do what's called free writing in the mornings. I don't think about it. I don't plan it. I put the pen on paper and I write for 10 minutes and see what comes out. That's been very revealing and healing for me. I've had to learn to be vulnerable, like I'm doing right now, like I do on stages, like giving a TED Talk. I've had to learn that vulnerability has been my greatest strength. I used to think it was a weakness. I had to come in, my anger entered the room long before I did. And now I enter with softness. I enter with compassion, and I am so strong. And it has nothing to do with not setting boundaries. I set very clear boundaries. I drop harmful practices such as negative self-talk. So back in 2021, The same year I gave my TED Talk about my childhood, I got diagnosed with ovarian cancer. And just 1 month before I gave the TED Talk, I had this major surgery to take a 16-pound cyst out of my abdomen, along with the hysterectomy to remove the cancer. And I realized during that I had been talking so negatively to my body. And so I got to practice something new. So negative self-talk has become an awareness for me to throw that negative self-talk out, because when I'm talking negative to me, I'm starting to think negative out there as well. It just is the way it happens. Have a trusted mentor, someone that I can talk to about any and everything on my heart. I speak kindness affirmations. I have them all over my house, on my mirror. They change a lot. And then I have to remove myself sometimes from places where these practices can't take place for me, where I have a hard time practicing this. And so these are the things that work for me. You probably have your own and the tools that work for you. I just invite you into these practices, because we are living in a world of chaos right now. We are bombarded constantly by the things that are going wrong, by the hurt. And I'm not saying that we turn away from it, but if I can't learn to love myself from the inside out, I cannot heal it. Hurt people don't heal people, right? And so I know that from practice. When I was a hurt person and living from that hurt, I was hurting people. And I'm far from fully healed, but I try to live more healed these days. And it's changed my life dramatically from the inside my home and inside my spiritual community. And so I just want to close with an invitation to you to notice, are there any judgments that are coming up? Fears that are coming up? Something around you? It could be from within you, a judgment about yourself. It doesn't always have to be outside of you. What happens when you look in the mirror? What are your first thoughts? What are you thinking about yourself? If you mess something up, if you fail, if you fall down, I just invite you to notice this and really invite you to love yourself from the inside out. And this is a song I wrote about just that. Speak, even if your voice shakes. Rise, not afraid to make mistakes. Stand, say this is who I am, and love from the inside out. Even if you feel unsure, to be more of who you are. Take a chance and set yourself free. Just open your heart and speak. Speak, even if your voice shakes. Rise, not afraid to make mistakes. Stand, say this is who I am, and love from the inside out. Gotta put your feet on the floor. You don't have to hide anymore. Look the world right in the eye and rise like the sun and shine. Speak, even if your voice shakes. Rise, not afraid to make mistakes. Stand, say this is who I am, and love from the inside out. For what you believe to be true, for people who matter to you. I'll lift you up, come take my hand, and together we'll make a stand. Speak, even if your voice shakes. Rise, not afraid to make mistakes. Stand, say this is who I am, and love from the inside out. Love from the inside out. Love from the inside out. Speak, even if your voice shakes. This is where he wanted me to write a little rap for this, right? So I just want you to think about your voice. Yeah. What is that speaking that you want to do? even if it shakes. Yeah. Speak, even if your voice shakes. Rise, not afraid to make mistakes. Stand, say this is who I am, and love from the inside out. And love from the inside out. That's right. And love from the inside out. Yeah. And so that's my invitation to you as we get ready to move into our meditation. I want you to know that you can love yourself from the inside out. And no matter where you've been, what you've done, where you're at currently in your life, you are the face of God. And I hope you look in the mirror today and see that, and you look at everyone that you meet today and see that. And so I invite you to prepare yourself for meditation. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. Tu es l'image de Dieu. I hold you in my heart. Tu es l'image de l'amour. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. Your skin, your eyes, your nose, your color, all of how you express is the face of God. Do you believe it? This is your reminder. As you breathe that in, I invite you to gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Focus on your breath. And as we connect to the place within us that is only love, as you connect to that breath, bring to mind someone or something that invokes a feeling of love within you. Could be a child, a beloved, a friend, a special place. Whatever it is for you, bring it to your mind. What does it feel like to be in the presence of this person, place, or thing? Notice what you feel in your body as you bring this to your mind and heart. And for a few moments, rest in this knowing while you hold this visual and know that you are the face of God. You are the face of God. Face of God. You are the face of God. Eres la luz de Dios. I hold you in my heart. Eres la cara del amor. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. And as you return to this present time and space, let that love you connected to be a source of connection for you whenever you start to feel out of alignment with love of yourself or others. Remember, you are the face of God, and so is everyone else. And so it is. You are the face. You are the face of God. You are the face. L'image de Dieu. You are the face. You are the face of God. You are the face. You are the face. You are the face of God.
Thank you so much, Kim. You truly are a magnificent speaker and a magnificent singer and writer, musician. What a lovely gift to hear from you and hear your story. And I'm sure it's a lot longer story you could tell us as well, but in this short time, we certainly got the bits and pieces that took you to this place, and you're very much an inspiration. So thank you for coming to us. We hope you come back again sometime. And is this the first time you've done an online service?
First time I've ever done an online service, so hopefully it went well.
Perfection. You did a great job.
I'm used to moving about, so I was having to sit still.
Please come back anytime. You did a wonderful job. And if you
Thank you.
come in person, we're happy to have you that way as well. And
Yes,
can you stick around for a little while and have some conversation with us afterwards?
absolutely.
Thank you so much. We so
Mhm.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
We know that with our love offerings, it helps support everything that we do within our Unity centers. Your generous support helps nurture the heart of our spiritual community. We have classes and speakers and spirit groups and many things that we do behind the scenes that your financial blessings help us take out to the world, bring new people in, offer these things that to do throughout the week and throughout the year. So if you want to open your wallet at any time, whichever way you want to do that, go on a donation button on one of our websites. You can do an e-transfer right through your bank account if you like. If you'd like to mail a check in, both of the addresses for Unity Kitchener and Unity Ottawa are on the websites as well as on the screen here today. The other thing that we do have is we have QR codes.